Sharing of the Eclipse Day and Beyond, September 29, 2015. By Shivrael Shannon Luminance River. Web pages, www.akashicintuitive.com and www.diamondlightnetworks.com. Photo by Angie Love.
The eclipse day, for me, was magnificent. I started the day meeting with a friend on Skype who lives in Scotland. Anne is a crystal awakener and has worked with all the waterways and mountains of Scotland to bring them to 5D. This was a huge job and took a while. She worked with my crystals that I was bringing to the mountain for a ceremony later that day. Some big orbs, including a golden one, showed up on camera as I met with her, and she caught a photo of me and the orbs. Global heart synchronization and activating light bodies. On this day, it was said to be an ascension trigger date, as in the first wave would be stepping into that state of being. The energies felt electric and heart-opening, truly amazing for me. My friends and I were seeing the importance of global heart synchronization of all light servers across the planet, and also activating our light bodies. We were seeing the grid lighting up. Meanwhile, a friend was in Giza in the King's Chamber of the Great Pyramid. I was seeing her as a space holder for the birthing of new creation energies and saw her in inner vision squatting and birthing in the chamber. I saw all of us as labor support for the birthing of the creation energies, as chalices of light. And nobody is more important with anyone else. I saw the King and Queen's chambers come together as one, representing the union of the divine masculine and feminine. In fact, this turned out to be shown in a divine council call later this day with the healing of the divine masculine. Some friends and myself were given clues as to the unfolding of it all, and what would occur, and in fact it was remarkable to experience and see everything fall into place. Interestingly enough, my friend was pregnant and overdue from the 15th, and her daughter waited until the 28th to be born, wanting to be born into this new paradigm of energy, and for some higher purpose, I am sure. These new beings are lights on the planet, with such high frequency. I am grateful for this baby being born on the planet, and the birthing new creation energy that is born from all of us. Meanwhile, another friend had a group at Glastonbury Tor, which is a monument on a hill. And there is a chalice well, so the masculine and feminine. She facilitated seeing a pyramid around the Tor. The holding of energy, points on the grid, coming together in unity, all was a part of this day. This birthed a greater connection and illumination of the light grid. It was as if a giant switch was turned on that day. Every light worker who has done work has led up to the success of the 27th, whether your own personal process which has been deep, or what you have done as planetary service. Thank you each and all. Divine Council, the making of a global avatar. I mentioned the Divine Council meeting. We met online in conference, and saw ourselves in unity in the center of Mother Earth, her crystalline heart. We were bilocated in physical all over the globe. I felt teary hearing the accents from all over the globe, from the UK, the US, New Zealand and more. The important thing was meeting in the heart, as always in our councils, and also activating our light bodies in a way that we have never felt before. It was a true multidimensional experience, a sharing of the heart from many voices, sharing of visions, and sharing of songs and toning that helped us release and clear, and also feel ourselves as one being. Through our work at our noontime in Pacific time meeting before the eclipse, we were prepared for the grand event of the eclipse later that day. We also became a greater being of light, a group Merkaba or avatar for Mother Earth. This could be seen as a living being around her, and the grid of light that you know about. You too are a point of light on this grid, and honored for being a part of it and your specific unique role. While feeling very connected to those friends all over the world, I then went up Mount Shasta and assisted in the facilitation of another gathering. This gathering was of local friends in the area in a beautiful spot on the mountain near the peak. Mount Shasta Magnificence. Let me tell you about Mount Shasta so you get a sense of how special it is. Mount Shasta is a sacred mountain, a chakra vortex location, where a future city of light will be. It is also the home of some ascended masters, a place of paranormal occurrences. We see cloud ships often, which are lenticular clouds above the mountain, and have seen ships. Sasquatch live on the mountain and interact with people I know here on the mountain. The legendary inner Earth city of Telos is underneath the mountain, and has Lemurians living there in a higher dimension. They communicate telepathically, and some I know have interacted with them in the physical. This gathering was a deeper activation of our light bodies. We felt the greater embodiment of our I Am Presence, our individual higher selves, and the greater I Am Presence, the larger soul group, which is all of us woven together, as above so below. In the other dimensions as angels we are woven together in one being, and we are feeling this connection more on earth, especially when we come together in unity and ceremony. For the ceremony this afternoon, beginning at the beginning of the eclipse, we sat in a spiral of stones and the energy of the eclipse came through our bodies and spread out through the mountain in a spiral, and all over the earth in a spiral. It was like golden liquid love light honey being spread in spirals around the sphere. We also saw it as golden DNA activating from our Adam Kahneman point on the forehead, through our bodies and into the earth. The end of the ceremony included some sound healing and music with the passing of the virtual talking stick, which made the event even more sacred. At this point the sun was setting and the light codes were received by us from the solar logos. A potluck sharing of food after hugs took place, and then a celebratory drum circle with dancing and much fun. In the midst of the drum circle around a fire, a big cheer arose as the moon came into view, which was an eclipse. It looked like a big bite had been taken out of a luminous white cookie. Here the blood moon looked white, though in other places it was a red blood moon. My friend explained that it is a blood moon, meaning our ascension changes are becoming physical in our blood and our crystalline bodies. I came home from the mountain, and a jackrabbit crossed my path reminding me to slow down and enjoy the ride. There is no time, that we are in timelessness now. I feel so joyful and grateful in my heart for this special day. After the eclipse, the next day was interesting and it was challenging, not as blissful as the day before. I will share my own experience once again. I was feeling a lot of energy come through my body, as if it is a supercomputer bringing through large downloads. In meditation, I tuned into this and discovered that I am and we are all supercomputers downloading this cosmic wave of light. Light is source code or information, which could be called light information. Computers work with crystals, thus our crystalline bodies. Light codes are a reflection of binary information transmission in your computer, and in us. We are receiving divine blueprints and templates for our new bodies and the new reality. It is a mega download that is days long as light servers, and literally servers like computers. Perhaps you are feeling this? Old distorted code deletion. What else I am seeing is lines of code that were distorted from our human experience. Incarnations and ancestors are being cleared, actually deleted from us on the higher levels of ourselves. This means masculine and feminine can be in their truth and power, and in equality and cooperation more. It means that victim and persecutor consciousness is being wiped away. Soul contracts that are not the highest are being let go of. In fact, so much is being let go of, that we are left being in the heart. I had some emotions come up as I released some abuse and victimization history for myself, and for the collective, which was challenging but temporary. As light workers we know that the clearing we experience is also for the collective, and sometimes it feels very personal in order for it to happen. I saw folders being completely deleted on the higher levels of being. Meanwhile, lots of downloads of data is coming in continuously. I got a headache in the evening and had to rest. In the midst of moving to a new home, I am packing and making change in my life. It was a good reminder to take it easy and love myself going through all of this, and I reflect that to all of you as well. Be gentle on yourselves. Today is a new day, My boxes are packed, and I am feeling supported by friends who are going to help me tomorrow. Moving to a new home is symbolic of what just happened on the 27th, and I am ready and we are all ready for our new home. To add to the information about what this shift is about, I received that a shift has taken place for us. There are the divine blueprints and templates coming into us, and we are receiving them, yet they are not executed or activated fully yet. We are stepping down the light and information so it can be shared with all we come in contact with. In fact, I see the people on the mountain as fast-spinning Merkabahs that catalyze each other, spinning from one top to another in the spiral from the center out. The center altar had a huge beam of light from the heavens and into the earth. We are also beacons of light or lanterns. We now emanate light instead of just receiving it. This brings the Earth's tipping point closer as your energy field affects everyone and everything around you. And energy and connections are non-local, as I have learned through experiencing worldwide connection in the Divine Council meetings. We will open the codes of these divine blueprints and templates as we come together with others, especially in meditation and groups like Divine Council. You are encouraged to create your spiritual pods to do this, as pods of unity consciousness who learn to be in the heart and have telepathy like the dolphins and whales do. The dolphins, whales, plants, animals, high councils of light, the angelics and galactics, the crystals, the suns and Mother Earth are all in unity and working with us, and we humans are learning how to do this together. That is what our Divine Council meeting do, work in unity with these councils and with the councils of our own being, which after all is also a universe unto itself. Honor and communicate with your cells, your body's elementals, your organs, and send love to the water within you. The ascension process is within us, and also global and cosmic. A connection between our inner world and the outer world that we see is there, and the inner experience creates the outer experience. We are reminded to anchor it all in our bodies and enjoy and celebrate being human now. Much love and support to each of you going through the changes that we are having. Also, it is a time of excitement as we are seeing and feeling the change happening in our energy-sensitive bodies. The most profound thing to answer what happened on the 27th came in meditation. It explains that those who are in this ascension process for a while are experiencing themselves in a new way. We are energy beings instead of physical beings, and this is a big switch as to what happened on the recent eclipse date. Happy fifth dimension.